quite a short video today. We're looking at fractions of amounts. We've done this a lot of times before, but it always bears repeating. Okay. I'm going to do. I've got 4 sheets here anyway. Some of them much shorter than these ones, but with more complicated questions. So the first question I've got here, number 1, find 1/5 of £25. Okay. And then number 2 is right underneath it. I perhaps should have labelled them better, 1A and 1B, to indicate that this probably has got something to do with this, which it does, okay? So we're going to do part 1A first. To find 1/5 of £25. Now, it helps if you've got, a good understanding of what on earth 1/5 means, okay? And what it means is we're going to split it into 5 equal parts. Our £25 is going to be split into 5 equal parts, and we want one of them. Okay, now how do we split £25 into 5 equal parts? We divide by 5. Okay, to get, I'm just going to write this out, 5 equal parts. That's all a fraction is, okay? 1/5 means 1 out of 5 equal parts. Okay, so if we do 25 divided by 5, we get 5 quite nicely. Okay, 25 divided by 5 is 5. So we know that one of those parts is 5, and actually quite nicely the question only asks us to find out what one of them is. So we've already done all the work. We can actually straight away say, well, there's our answer. £5 is 1/5 of £25. Now for part B, we're asked to find 3/5 of £25. So this time we're going to split it into 5 equal parts again, and we want to know what 3 of them are going to be. Okay, so we've already done a lot of the work here. That's how A and B questions work, okay? You tend to do a lot of the work in part A, and then in part B, usually something to do with that, okay? You can kind of save a bit of work by using what you did in the first part. So for part B, we already know 1/5 equals £5 because we've just done it here. Okay, we've already worked that out, look. I'll highlight it, or just make it stand out a little bit. There we are. £5 is 1/5, but I want to know what 3/5 are. Okay, now if 1/5 is £5, then 2/5 will be £10. Okay, because I'm going to have 2 of them, and therefore 3/5 is going to be 3 of them. £15. So really what I need to do is how many times more is this one than this one. That's the kind of the maths behind it. But actually if you just lay it out like this, you should be able to see if 1/5 is £25, then 2/5 has got to be double that because there's 2 of them, and 3/5 is 3 of them. So you don't even need this middle step. I'll just put it in there to help you see where we've gone with that. Okay, so there's our answer for that one. Now then, here we've got, straight in there this time, we've not been asked to find 1/7. We've been asked to find 4/7 of 49. But we always find 1/7 first, okay? That's how it works. We always find 1 of whatever denominator we've got first. So, write that down. Always find 1. And in this case it's a 7th. It could have been a 5th or a 3rd or whatever it is you're working in. In this case it's 7ths. Always find 1/7 first. Don't try and go straight in and try and find 4/7. It doesn't work very well, okay? So to find out what 1/7 is, we know all of it is 49, and we want to split 49 into 7 equal parts. So we're going to do 49 divided by 7. Okay, and just if you're not quite familiar with that, 49 divided by 7, as I've written it there, is the same as 49 divided by 7. I know some of you are a bit more comfortable with that. It is the same thing. So 49 divided by 7, I've actually picked another square number because that is also 7, same as that one was 5. Okay, 49 divided by 7 is 7, so 1/7 is 7. Okay, 1/7 is 7. We've worked that out. So we want to know what 4/7 are. So what do we do to 1/7 to get 4/7? We quite simply multiply it by 4. Okay, because we want 4 of them. We want it 4 times. So if we've done that over here, we're going to do the exact same thing to our 7. We're going to multiply it by 4 and we get 28. And this time we're not working in currency, there's no pound sign there, it's just a number. So 28 is 4/7 of 49. Okay, so they're kind of like your basic overview of how these work with just numbers. As I go through these, I'm going to give a little bit more context, okay, more problem solvings. So here we are. In the staff room, I asked 60 members of staff for their favourite fizzy pop. 3/4 of them like Coca-Cola, a fifth like Sprite, and 1/20th prefer Tango, which is crazy, that's my favourite. I'm feeling generous. How many cans of each should I bring in? Now, in real life, yeah, just bring in a load of cans, okay? But in the context of this, we probably want to know exactly how many cans for each person. So we've got 60 people altogether. Let's first of all start looking at our Coca-Cola people. How many cans of Coca-Cola am I going to need? So I need 3/4 of 60. 3/4 of 60 is what we're looking for Coca-Cola. I'll put like a CC there for Coca-Cola. Okay. So first of all, as before, we find out 1/4 first. Always find out one of them first. So 1/4 of 60 is found by doing 60 divided by 4, because we're splitting it into 4 equal portions. 60 divided by 4, which, please use your calculator if you want to, but that is 15. Okay, so 1/4, so that gives us 1/4 equals 15. Okay, but actually we want 3/4. So let's just work it down the page here. 3/4. What am I doing to 1/4 to get 3/4? I want 3 lots of it, 3 times it, so I'm going to multiply it by 3. 1/4 times 3 is 3/4, and so I do the same on this side. Okay, multiply by 3, which gives me 45. So 3/4 of 60 is 45, so therefore I need to bring in 45 cans of Coca-Cola. First step done. Okay, the next part, we want to know a fifth like Sprite. Okay then, so again we're looking at a fifth of 60. This time I'm going to use another colour here, just so these don't start to go into each other. So we're looking at Sprite this time. Okay, so we're looking for 1/5, quite nice there, because it's only 1/5, we don't have to do much else after that. So 1/5 of 60 is found by doing 60 divided by 5, which is 12. Okay, so we've got 12 gives us 1/5. And actually that's what we needed to know. We're not looking for 2/5 or 3/5 or anything like that, we're actually looking for 1/5. So we've got 12 cans of Sprite. Okay, and then the last one, we're looking at Tango. And we're actually looking for 1/20th. Okay, it's a really small fraction, that one. Because what we've got is something being cut up into 20 pieces, and we want one of them. So it's going to be quite a small piece, a small number of people here. So we've got 1/20th of 60, which is found by doing 60 divided by 20. Okay, because we're splitting it into 20 pieces, which is 3. And again, we're looking only for 1/20th. We're not looking for more than 1/20th, so we actually get 1/20th is 3, so we're looking just for 3 cans of Tango. And you can always check your answer, okay? Do these add up to the 60 people? Okay, let's check. We've got 45, 12, and 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 4, 5, 6. So we add up to 60 people, so it's just reassuring to know that you've at least got the right number of people there, okay? It does give you a bit of a confidence boost. So that's that one. This is a nice one. I've won £36 on the lottery, which is very exciting, I know. And I'm actually going to give a third of it away. It would actually be more realistic if I played the lottery, but there we are. I'm giving a third of it away, and I want to know how much do I have left. So this is not too much of a difficult question, but there's a bit to just pay attention to. So you've been told I give a third of it away. You've not been given a fraction this time, you've been given it in words. A third means 1/3, okay? That's what they mean there. And this is also, on this side of things, we're looking at just reading the question carefully, because we don't want to know how much has been given away, but we want to know how much is left. Okay, that's important. So if we've got £36 that I've won, and I want to find out what a third of that is so I can give it away. So I'm finding a third of 36, which is found by doing 36 divided by 3, which is 12. Okay, only one of them we're looking for. £12 is what I'm giving away. But if I'm giving away £12, remember the question says how much do I have left? My answer is actually going to be 36 subtract 12, which should be £24 that I've got left. Okay, that's that one done. Only one more of these and then you can try some for yourselves. This is a bit trickier. Okay, please pay careful attention to this one. I ate 24 Smarties, which was a quarter of the packet. How many Smarties were there to begin with? Okay, this must have been a very big packet of Smarties because I'm sure they don't have 24 in to begin with, but there we are, it must have been a family pack. So I've been told here that I've eaten 24 Smarties and that was 1/4 of them. I want to know how many there were to begin with. So the first thing I'm going to do is to write this out in maths. Okay, I'm going to convert these words into maths. What I'm going to say is 1/4 equals 24. Because I was told I've eaten 24 Smarties and that is equals 1/4 of the packet. So 1/4 of the packet had 24 Smarties in it. Now, you think here is it's a bit like what we did on the earlier questions where we multiplied by 2 or by 3 or whatever number we had to get a bigger fraction, but we want to get the whole packet. And we've got to think, well, if I've got 1/4 here, how many quarters are there altogether? And I'm going to go back to that horrible pizza method. Everybody uses the pizza thing for fractions, but it does help. If I've got my pizza and I've chopped it into quarters, there we are, okay, beautifully done. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 quarters there, and 24 is 1/4. How many quarters have I actually got altogether? For the whole packet, the whole pizza in this case, I've got 4 quarters. So I want to know what 4 quarters is going to be. And there's a couple of ways you could do this. If you're happy to do a little diagram, that's fine, I'm happy for you to do that. When if 1/4 is 24, then all the other quarters must be 24 as well. And then we can add them together to get the full number. Alternatively, you could say, well, if 1/4 is 24, I need to do 4 lots of this, okay, to get the 4 there. Multiply by 4. And so I do the same on this side. Okay, and I'm just going to write it underneath here so I can actually do the calculation. I think it's 96, let's see. So 6, 1, 8, yeah, 96. So 96 Smarties in there. I believe it when I see it, okay. I'm not convinced I've ever seen a pack of Smarties with that many in. But there were 96 packets in the whole tube. 96 Smarties in the whole packet to begin with. Right, that is a trickier one. The others though, even if you're not 100% sure on this one, you should be okay with the others. So I'd like you to go away now and have a go at the questions that I've asked you to do. And please get in touch and let me know how you get on with those. Okay, best of luck with them.